So hello everyone, welcome to the part second. In this video we are going to write the first activity, and in this first activity we are going to create the activity main UI file, and thereafter we are going to create the logic of the Kotlin logic in main activity. So let's first discuss the flow of the app. The user is going to open the application, and once the user is getting in the app, user is going to view a edit text form data. Like here in this edit text, user is going to enter all the URLs, and then after click on the button, and once the button is getting clicked, the next activity will be open in the WebView format. So all the URL is going to be open in the WebView format. So let's see and write code one by one. So we are moving to the activity main. First of all, we have to create the UI here. So you can see we have a constraint layout, but in our case we are just using the linear layout. So let's convert it in the linear layout. Okay, so this is the linear layout, and we can see the text view is going to above. So let's convert it in the edit text. So let's remove this text view, and we are going to type edit text. Okay, so the height and width will be the match parent, width will be the match parent here, and the height will be the wrap content. Okay, and in this we have to also provide an id here. So what is the id for this edit text we are going to do? We are going to use @id and url edit text. Okay, so url edit text. So this thing, here we have to given the id here and match parent and wrap content thing, and then after we are just using the hint here. Okay, hint is basically enter the url, enter the url. Okay, so here we have to provide the hint as well, and then we have to pass the our input type will be the text url. So we have to also declare the input type here, which is view text URI. Okay, so this is the basic implementation of this edit text. Okay, so and then after we also need to create a button here for moving from one screen to the another. So we are going to create a button. So button, and for this we have to give the wrap content width and the wrap content height, and we also need id here. So in id we are going to open url button. Okay, so after that we are also provided the text here. What is the text here? Okay, so we can see our button is not visible in our UI layout. So what we have to do, we have to provide the orientation here. Okay, so you can see we have an error as well, like we have the horizontal vertical. So by default it is horizontal, so we have to change the orientation. Okay, so this is the orientation thing, we have to set the orientation into vertical. Okay, so and then the text is open url, open sorry open url. Okay, and then we have to give the gravity as well. So what is the gravity here? We are going to give it at the center horizontal. Okay, so we can see we can enter the url here, and we are just clicking on the center horizontal, and just we need to give some margin as well. Margin on top is approximately 20 24 dp. Okay, and we can see in our edit text it is also a margin here, so we have to provide some margin here as well. Margin top which is 24, approx 100 dp we need to give some margin here. Okay, so this the UI will be the perfect for our demonstration of app. So from the user will going to enter the url here, and uh, then after they were going to click on open url button, and the activity second activity will be going to open. Okay, so we have to just we have some error, so let's close this. Okay, so once we close it, we are resolving our error as well. Okay, so here we also give some margin, which is approximately 24 dp. Okay, and margin from top is 100 dp. It is perfect. Sorry, margin from left, okay, 24 dp, and margin from right is also, margin from right is also 24 dp. Okay, so this is how our UI is going to look in our mobile phone. So this is the main activity here. So let's write some code for the main activity as well. So in this we are going to use the onCreate method. Okay, in onCreate method we are going to write all the logic here, and in onCreate method we have to create the both of the variable, like first for the edit text and the second for the open URL button. So let's create it, and also we have to initialize it here. So what we have to do, we have to create a val for URL edit text. Okay, and this is basically a edit text. So here, and then we have to use the find view by id dot id dot URL edit text. Okay, so it is going to initialize here, and then after we have to use one more variable here, which is a open URL button. Open URL button. Open URL button, which is a button. Okay, and we are going to enter the find view by id dot id dot open URL button. Okay, so we are getting some errors or any type of annotation message. So no worries about it. It will going to be working fine. And then after we are just writing a logic for the open URL button code. Okay, so let's start open URL button. When the user is going to click on the open URL button, so we have to check our string is empty or not. Like the URL will be not be an empty. Okay, so we have to show the toast message as well. So also we need to do some validation process for the URL edit text. So let's click set on click listener. Okay, in this you have to create a variable. This is called as the URL. Okay, equal to like URL dot get text means text dot to string. Okay, so then after we have to check whether the URL is empty or not. If sorry, if the URL dot is not empty, if it is not empty only, is not empty. Okay, so we have to write some logic between this clause. Okay, so in this we are getting, if the URL is not empty, then only we are uh, executing our code. So we have to, what we have to do, we have to pass this URL to the another string. So how we can implement it? We are using val intent. Okay, equal to, we have to create the object of the intent class, intent, and we also need to pass this here, like we are passing the current object, and then we need to create an activity. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to write a WebView activity class. So let's create a new activity as well. So click on new, click on activity, click on basic view empty view activity. Okay, and we are just using the name of the WebView activity. So this is the WebView activity, and this is not a layout, and we have to select the language for it. So just click on finish. Okay, so this is our WebView activities get created, and here is the intent. So we have to create this comma WebView activity dot means colon class dot java. Okay, so we are just creating this intent variable here and just passing it. Okay, so we also need to create dot apply. Okay, in this apply const we have to pass an extra, like if you are passing some data from one string to the another string to the another screen, so we are using intent, so we are using the put extra method here. So put extra, and also we have to pass the URL key or any key name. Okay, so URL underscore key. Okay, and in this we have to pass the URL as well. Okay, so everything is done, so we need to use the start activity as well. Okay, when the intent is get created, so we have to use the start the activity. Okay, in this we have to pass our intent easily. So once this done, we have to just pass this activity and open it. So if the URL is empty, okay, in else condition, so we have to show a toast message. So we need to pass this here. Sorry, what is asking? It is asking for context, so it is this here, and then we have to pass. Please enter the valid URL. Okay, so we have to pass this link here and the message here, and we also need to toast. So we also need to get the length of this toast, so it is log here. Okay, we have to use the dot show method. So in this we have written all the code logic here, and everything is done. So, and also we have created the next activity. So in this video, like that's all for this video. So in this in next video we are going to learn how to open the write the code down for the WebView. So that's all for now. So being with us, thank you everyone.